Greetings, everyone. This is just a random chit chat, so it can go in any direction. I'm going to start out with this question. Have you ever shared your dreams with somebody, and before you can finish talking about it, the person already has these negative things to say, already start to tell you why it won't work? Now, when you were sharing your ideas with this person, you just wanted someone to listen. And before you know it, there came the cold water on your flame. Now, you shouldn't do that. Anything that you are desiring or anything you intend to do, never share that with anybody except the universe. In your quiet time, in your meditation, you're talking about this with the ones who have the ability to make it happen. And it's usually not the people. Unless you're going to the bank to get a loan to do your business, you don't share that. Nothing that exists in infancy, you share with people. And so many people are dream killers. And when they go or open their mouth, I should say, your dreams perish. Don't ever forget that. Having said that, sometimes you might be doing something and it's at a stage where people are going to notice. So let's, for example, say you are building a house. Of course, when the foundations start to come up, it's apparent what you're planning to do. And then people come and tell you how you're supposed to do it and why you shouldn't be doing it this time and this, that, and the other. And at that point, you use an expression that I heard in 2006, and people probably don't use it anymore, is no watch no face. And my understanding of that, and if I'm wrong, correct me, is that don't pay any attention to these ones. Don't worry about it. It is your dream. It's your desire. It's what you want, and maybe have spent a long time, in private, manifesting. Someone asked me yesterday if I believe in manifestation, and I'm like, absolutely. I live my entire life understanding certain secrets. The thing that we desire in life, you don't have to have money, and we'll talk about that another time, but I'm saying you don't have to see money in the account or in your pocket for you to get anything. And if you apply that, you can achieve pretty much anything. I am astonished the things in life that I'm able to achieve, starting with just a dream, just the thought, and following a particular system that works for me. And unfortunately, it is the law of nature, so it can work for anybody. But I am yet to find individuals who are prepared to do the work. So you tell them and they hear it, it goes through one ear and comes through the next, and pretty much they want you to do it for them, and that's not how it works. I have stated in the past that the universe is conspiring with us to make all things happen. And unfortunately, because our people, I understand that we've been led astray, but the spirits always work with us, and it always want to teach us or show us, but we disregard or dismiss them, and we allow other persons' fundamental beliefs to cause us to forget our own and abandon our own. So the principles that work for you, and you know that they work, someone tells you it's nonsense and you change your mind. And I think that's what makes the difference between a person who is able to successfully achieve certain things in their life. They don't listen to other people. They're almost like hard-headed. They don't listen, and you have to go through life with this kind of focus where you stay focus on the thing that you desire and not listen to other persons. When I was in the classroom, I remember getting 28 students or 30 sometimes in a line, and I would teach them how to keep a focus, that if they run around in a circle and they go, regardless of the direction you tell them to go, they do not lose form. And it is something that I used in, for example, fire drill, where every student out of my classroom, and we're talking about kids in grade 3, putting on their jacket and outside for a fire drill in the winter, and people ask, how do you do that? Because it's the same principle of law that I used. Every student out of that classroom in their winter jacket and their bag, standing outside, and every other student out there without jacket and trembling, because I used the same law of nature to achieve that goal. And I taught my students that's what you're going to use in life. So when you keep your eyes focused on what you want, there's absolutely nothing that can prevent it from happening. And I hope you can take this. Now, I have a class that I teach, but it's not that one that is open. It's one that I have to see it in your spirit, because I really don't have time to browbeat anybody. You would have already come with this mindset and just wanted direction. Never spoke to you about this before. This is my first time talking about it publicly. And I'm amazed to see how people are able to achieve certain things in their life because they have the right mindset. And there are others who they come, and even when you show them the system, they are so close-minded, and they're saying, I am so bad things are happening to me. I don't know, why nothing. Your language. And you'll be amazed how many persons have said, show me your list of the things that you desire. And when you look at the list, they did not ask for anything. All they did was tell the universe what they don't have that they wish they had. That is something that is science. And so every so often I have to revisit my own steps and make sure that I'm following, and it never fails. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. It's wonderful. And so I don't live my life like I did in the past, living the state of lack, or always saying, I wish, or I wonder, or I'd like. I say I have. If I want it, I have it, because the system works. Now, when I used to go to church, I remember going to this Jamaican, pastor's church, and I really liked how he was approaching his ministry. But the last time I went there, I saw him do something, but it's not what he did so much, it's what happened to me while I was in the church. Church was over and the people were about to leave, and then I guess the pastor wasn't so happy with what he saw in his collection plate, and he started to say that a supernatural blessing was going to fall upon the people. And they stood still in their track, and they turned around and they started heading back towards the seats. And he started talking these things, and he started speaking in tongues, and the people all started talking in tongues. And that's not how the Spirit works. Speaking in tongues is speaking a real language, whether it be a tongue, or it means an experience that you've never had, and you're able to articulate it in a way that those who are higher up, those who are well experienced in that area or that genre of whatever, will say, how could you know that when you've not had that experience, that training, or that education? That's speaking in tongues. Well, he started speaking a lot of gibberish, and the people came and everybody started speaking gibberish. And he was saying how they were going to get a supernatural blessing, and then they had to plant a seed. And of course, people were rumbling through their purses and throwing money in this thing. I sat there and I literally felt like someone hold my shoulder. And before I know it, I was lying flat on the seat. Those long seats where you'll have 6 or 7 persons sitting. I was lying on it, laying on my back. I literally heard the Spirit said to me, look around you and watch them. This is why they go without, because their mind is so dense. And this man is using psychology on him. Now, that man was prospering. That man had just come from Jamaica, and in no time was able to buy himself a castle, because he did understand certain things, but he was not teaching it. And that's the reason why the churches are closed, because they're wicked. Many of them know the truth, but they're not teaching it. They're keeping the people in that low frequency and that low vibration, and they're going to be punished. Don't worry. So as you go through your day today, and If you don't consider yourself a boss lady or a boss man, you will continue to serve others, and you continue to live their dream, and you'll be dedicated to them, and you go out fighting for them, as I see so often in our communities. Those who lack certain freedoms and those who lack certain opportunity, they'll find someone to latch on to and fight for those ones, and argue with other people that they don't know, in support of these ones they claim to know. And they don't know that when you're watching someone live their dream, be happy for these individuals, celebrate them, of course, but they should inspire you to say, how can I make my life better? Can I improve my station in life? You should want more for yourself. And if you're content with having less, that is great. What I'm saying is, and I've said before, I don't hold on to anything material. I'm prepared to let anything go because I have access to all things. So if I give up everything here, when I go somewhere else, I can achieve that and more. And when you have that mindset and you teach that to your children, you're not forcing them into areas that they're not interested. You're not asking your son or daughter to be a doctor, a teacher, or engineer when that's not what they want. You are going to tell them, go after what you desire, and you can succeed. You can rise to the pinnacle in any area that you work or serve in. Believe in yourself. So a lot of times we are waiting for someone else to believe in us, and that's why we fail. And because we don't see the immediate, results, and we're not getting immediate gratification from the things that we're attempting to achieve in our life, we give up. We surrender. Don't do that. Okay? Have a blessed day, everybody. Remember what I say, and just walk through life knowing that you are a boss, lady, or man. Stay blessed.